University. I am currently in the distance learning program studying emergency medical science. So when I graduate in a couple of years, I will have a bachelor's degree in emergency medical science. I am currently taking a communication class, which is requiring me to kind of compare myself to an object. That's kind of strange for me. I'm not typically going to compare myself to a thing or an object. So I had to think a little bit about how I wanted to do that. So after thinking for a while, I decided that the only thing that I could think of that kind of matched who I am personality-wise was a jack-in-the-box. Jack in the box. Okay? So why would I be a jack-in-the-box? For a couple of reasons. One, the first that comes to mind is that Jack, the name Jack, I have been referred to as a jack of all trades for a long time. A lot of my friends say, is there anything you don't know how to do? And the answer is yes, I can't do math, and there are other things I can't do either. But I'm considered jack of all trades because I've done things like waitress, I've taken care of the elderly, I've taken care of babies. I've even been called a baby whisperer at times. I remember when you were a baby. And I also have designed baby clothes, and I'm currently a paramedic. So you can see where I have done a lot of different things. I'm not a master of any of them. I hope to become a master of some of them. My second comparison about Jack in the Box is that Jack is a kind of crazy, wild man. Like, I was looking down at my picture trying to think about Jack and his bright colored clothes, and I tend to wear bright colored clothes. I also like to kind of be the center of attention. I like to make people laugh. I like to make people happy. I act a little bit crazy sometimes. It takes the focus off of who I am as a person and kind of just makes people feel comfortable. So I like to kind of act crazy and be the center of attention. Jack also does things unexpectedly. If you guys know Jack in the Box, he's kind of in a box and you wind him up and he pops out and surprises you. So a lot of people say that I'm really nice, and they say it kind of like it's a flaw. But for me, I think that kindness is a good thing. So I try to use it for my benefit. One example of this is several years ago, my niece was 13, and she was traveling from Charlotte back home to Maine, but she had a connecting flight in LaGuardia in New York City. Excuse me. That connecting flight she was going to miss because the flight was leaving Charlotte late, and it was going to be the last flight of the night. So I called the airline and very politely asked them to hold the plane for her so she could make it and not be stuck in New York City through the night, and they politely declined. So I asked to speak to a supervisor, and another supervisor, and another supervisor. To make a long story short, I eventually had the FAA ground that plane. So my kindness was used to negotiate something that would normally not happen, and it was surprising to some people that little Reba was able to ground a plane by the FAA. They don't typically do that. That was pre-9/11, but they did that for me, for my niece. Jack is also a guy that kind of hangs out inside the box. He doesn't pop up unless you wind him up and ask him to come out and play. So I tend to follow Jack in that manner. I kind of hang out inside the box. That's where I feel most comfortable. Contrary to what I've told you and how I like to be out there and talk and make people feel comfortable, I have a tendency to kind of stay inside my box. I feel comfortable there. It feels safe. I like to get refreshed there. It's where I can kind of find peace of mind and kind of figure out what I need to do next in life inside that box. I'm really, truly an introvert, contrary to what it may seem to you guys. So I like to hang out in my box, hold up in my cave, and then you wind me up and I'm going to pop out and surprise you. I may act goofy, I may act like a clown, but hopefully I make you laugh and smile. Where's the smile? Okay. Hopefully I can make you laugh and smile, make you feel comfortable in who you are. So if I had to compare myself to anything in the world as an object, I would have to say that Jack in the Box kind of covers who I am fully. You guys agree?
Absolutely.